number 2 team in the West. That's the Thunder. And another test tonight, Big T and Holly, for Utah.
Well, if you're an analytical person, the analytics say this should be a really good game.
Nice job on Giddey to force that ball out to Wallace. Back out front. SGA, mid-range. As part of his game. And drops his first 2. He had 10.6 rebounds in the win against Indiana. Chris Dunn puts his hand in the face of SGA.
You know, as a point guard, you got to think a play ahead. Colin Sexton knew where Lowry was going to be. Another easy one in the paint.
Nearly untouched. He's 7'1". Lowry is an even 7 feet. And don't forget Holmgren, the number 2 player taken, number 3 that is, from Gonzaga. You know, they did a marvelous job rolling the dice and finding players, much like what the Jazz were trying to do with Simone. Now you'll hear Walker Kessler throughout this game. Jazz missed fire on that possession, and right back at you. Cason Wallace drops a triple. And 5 points in his start, and OKC's thrown together a 7-0 run. There's a dish over the top. Done. John Collins, 1 and out. Ball's loose. And
they have got to get back and be able to guard players.
12 shots attempted already. This will be the 13th by the Thunder. That takes a bounce up and in. 7 in the quarter for SGA.
Sorry about that throw. Possessions matter in this game. Like, they are so good with their possessions. You cannot have empty ones.
I mean, just a simply wide open lane to the...
And Jazz is getting out hustled right now. Like, the communication's not there.
There's a foul on the drive inside Ochai Agbaji.
For everybody.
SGA's had against the Jazz the last 5. You have to add to that. During those 5 games, Clarkson stops and pops, airballs it, saved, and then tries to throw it off the foot of Olynyk. But I like the hustle by Walker, despite the fact it's out of bounds off Utah. Clarkson drives in with his left hand. Step back just a bit short. Walker had the rebound through his hands. Well rested. Alexander again trying to sell the contact. But in fact, Sexton.
Right, he can't get bumped around as much. Exactly right, Otto.
How about 11 straight? Ball pops like a cork. They're going to whistle Sexton for the foul.
The paint protection has been so much better in the second quarter. Jazz are forcing the outside shot for OKC. Now SGA is going to try to get to where he needs to, but the initial defense.
First point he has scored in the second quarter. Granted, he got a long rest. And John Collins now with a 12-point half. Back inside. Gilgeous-Alexander, 2-minute mark. SGA, double pumps. He got Sexton up off his feet and a foul.
And then easy dump off to John Collins.
This will be the 8th and 9th free throw of the half.
Get defenders in the air and get to the free throw line. It's like old school basketball in a new school player, and I love it.
Giddey for 3. Good look. Marketing takes a jump off the rim. And SGA has it. Left hand to his right. Drives inside. Takes on a double team. You heard the whistle. And once again.
He's just so good. I mean, it's really... If you break down the numbers, I was listening to RJ Reddick's Old Man in the Three. I love that podcast. And he was talking about he could be the MVP this year because what he's doing offensively, over 30 points a game. But what he's also doing defensively, leading the league in steals.
Right over.
Holmgren rolled baseline, guarded by Markkanen. SGA against Dunn. They're going to get him a foul on a little push in the chest.
Over the defense. That's a good sign for him, hopefully.
But here's the problem is the Jazz kind of shading and shifting over towards Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But they're fouling him, and he's just been on the line too much.
Lob up top, and Lowry becomes the 4th Jazz man to go double figures with 11. SGA on a trying to fly by, and I think Fontecchio forces the travel.
OKC pretty much took him out of the first quarter. Now he's really involved.
There's a slip and a slide inside by SGA, 21.
It's that little sweet spot shot, but gives the Jazz another opportunity.
Time to get over the hump.
I don't know how you stop SGA right now. Like, he is so slippery. The way he moves into the lane and he stays low, the way he's trying to find the soft belly of the defense, I don't know how you stop it.
The question is, you can't even use that word against him. You can never stop him.
He's coming off 30 in the win against Indiana, now 21 tonight. There's a giveaway. Marketing coming right down the pipe, and he lost it, puts it up, and a foul. Wiggins, floater short, ball tapped out and finds its way to Gilgeous-Alexander. Triples up and out. So right now,
but 0 points off of them. So that's been a big difference.
There's a turnover forced over. He tries to wiggle down low, muscles up two, and the foul.
Well, it's interesting because OKC.
Alexander, Gilgeous-Alexander, that mid-range. Little pause in the action. Jazz have to hurry, no shot. No shot, and Utah will trail by 3 after 3. 5-point game, 5 minutes, just over 5 minutes to play. SGA on the floor, and he drops it. And I'll tell you, the guy who's really put a dagger in the Jazz heart is Jalen Williams. Mid-range shot, drained it.
That's what he does.
Sexton eyes SGA, baseline, makes the contact.
It's been shooting that fadeaway.
Why he's taken his game to another level is pace. It's sometimes he goes fast, sometimes he's quick, sometimes he lulls you to sleep and then gets you into a pump fake.
Chet didn't like the look that Walker gave him. Now they bump into Markkanen. Just beat the shot clock. Out front for 3.
Clutch.
9 straight here at Delta Center. Number 2 team in the league. Markkanen tried to pass it out to Sexton. The Jazz dropped to 22 and 21 and 15 and 6 at home.